I'm Roboticist, Jeakweon HAN, coming from South Korea, not North Korea. So I'm not going to talk about the nuclear weapon, but robots. Maybe robot more dangerous than nuclear weapon because it can be Terminator. Are you afraid about that? I'm afraid about it. But in that case, if robots taking over the world, don't worry about it. We have a John Connor. But we have to worry about a robot taking over our jobs. That's why I'm saying the robot may be more dangerous than a nuke. Today, I'm going to talk about that kind of dangerosity. First, let me introduce myself. I'm a robot maker. I'm building a humanoid robot, which looks like a human being. This robot called CHARLI is one of my works. I mechanically designed and fabricated, and my wife made a good outlook. She's a designer. So we made this guy to play a soccer. Soccer, yeah, it's true. Have you heard about the RoboCup? RoboCup? No? Oh, wow. The human being has a Euro Cup and World Cup, things like that. Similarly, robot has a RoboCup, like that. The goal of the RoboCup is to win against human World Cup champion in 2015. Do you think it's possible? In 34 years? Well, it may be possible or maybe impossible, but 1,000 robot engineers has come together to play a soccer every year. So the RoboCup made a timetable to get this goal. So the game rule is getting upgraded. It's getting closer to human beings' soccer games. And today, the robots is following the timetable very well. We'll see what happened in 34 years. Who knows? And I won the game in 2011 and became a world robot champion. It was a very exciting game. The robot should find the ball, get to the ball, and kick the ball, even block the ball by itself. It should be autonomous. Can you imagine it? Human cannot do anything during the game except yelling out or jumping like that. And currently I'm making a humanoid rescue robot to save people. This robot called THORMANG was designed to do some rescue missions like these pictures. And now I'm teaching a university student in university. I'm become a professor. And that's my history. And this is today's story. My story begins with Fukushima disaster. Do you remember that disaster situation? This earthquake and tsunami hit the Fukushima area. And the nuclear plant was blown up. So a lot of people have been suffered from the radiation pollution so far. It was tragedy. At the time, the US military robots got in there to get through with that kind of situation. But they all failed due to communication problems. Finally, a human being, a people, walk into that dangerous plant. It was very shock to robot engineers. We don't know what happened to them because there are few information about those people. But it still hurts engineers, especially robot engineers, because we believe we are making a robot to save people. Especially, we want to let robot do dangerous job instead of a human being. That's why we are working on rescue robots. But when we need that, the robot did nothing. So we are so depressed. It was a tragedy. At the time, DARPA came out. They suggest robot engineers to have a competition doing a rescue mission under the Fukushima disaster situation. Wow, it was a big opportunity. So more than 200 teams, robot teams, answered DARPA's suggestion. So DARPA Robotics Challenge, the biggest and the most difficult robot competition, began in 2012. I'm going to talk about that kind of story a little bit more because it is a cutting-edge technology. This is a top-level humanoid robot technology. So I think we got to know this technology. Okay, let me introduce it a little bit more. It was a 3-year-long journey. This is a survival game. So it starts from 200 teams, but it's getting disappeared. And finally, these 24 teams survived. They are really top research groups. For example, you know, the NASA, MIT, CMU, Lockheed Martin, and Tokyo University, they are all there. They are all getting there. And luckily, my team, Roboticist, survived. We are a very small company in South Korea, and nobody expect we are survived, but we did. I'm so proud of my crew. It was a big honor and big opportunity for my crew and me. I was a team leader of my team. And look at that. That looks cool, doesn't it? That's top 24 robots. That's really the best ones of our planet, Earth. We got to use those guys when the alien attack the Earth because they're best ones. Somebody is disappointed. Yeah, acceptable. Me too. But that's true. It's a sci-fi movie. And let me introduce the missions a little bit more because it's a top technology, cutting-edge technology. The mission is designed based on the Fukushima disaster experience. It starts from the driving a car. The robot should drive a car. So the robot is going to the plant by itself, then getting out of the car. Can you imagine that? Getting out of the car? It's a tremendous mission. Think about it. It's not easy to even people. You gotta squeeze like this, and then and there are a lot of obstacles in the car. Anyhow, the second mission was it's a nightmare. Anyhow, the third one is opening the door, and first is turning the valve, circular valve, and fifth is breaking the wall using like a hand drill, things like that. And sixth is a surprise mission, which opened one day before of the game. And seventh is walking on the dumped cinder blocks. It just dumped out like that. it's not easy. It's a very uneven terrain. Then last one is climbing the industrial ladder. It's this height ladder. When these missions released, robot engineers were so surprised. At the time, in 2012, it's a crazy mission. No one expected robot can do that kind of thing. But we know we gotta do. We gotta do to save people. So the robots should complete those 8 missions in 1 hour. That's the game. That's the final game. For 3 years, participant robot engineers worked so hard, really so hard to survive. Then, let's see, in 2015, in final games, looks like that. Driving a car. How about that? You gotta avoid the obstacles by yourself and getting out of the car and opening the door. And it's too narrow. And turning the belt and breaking the wall. It was the cutting-edge technology to control the force. And the surprise mission is connected to the plug. It was connected to the long one and connected to the right one. And this one is walking on the cinder blocks.
We'll make our way over the green course.
Climbing the ladders. And finally, one of the Korean team KAIST, won that games.
In first place, DARPA Robotics Challenge Finals from Daejeon, South Korea, Team KAIST.
They are all my friends, not my team. But I'm so proud of those students. They are graduate students, and they do a great job. And they got $200 million US. How about that? For 3 years, robot engineers did this kind of things. Well, somebody think, that's nothing. But somebody will think, wow, the robots has improved a lot. Well, but somebody think, that video is weird because the robot keeps changing it, right? I edited the video. Let's take a look at another one, please. Most robots does like this, did like that. A top-class robots fell down. And that video is DARPA's. DARPA released that video in YouTube. You can find out the kind of thing through the YouTube. Maybe 8% robots failed the mission. That's my robot, THORMANG. It fell down during the game. But not like this. It's a silly bugs. How about this? No way. There's the MIT robots. They got the point when they fell down, so they succeed to get out of the car mission. And how about that? Do you feel comfortable? It's far away from the Terminator, isn't it? But the thing is, the technology is going fast after failure. I want to show the next video. This one is a Boston Dynamics video. You remember the left-hand side robot. That robot fell down several times in previous video. But after the Alpha Robotics Challenge Finals, Boston Dynamics released the second version. Take a look at it. Feel the strength of failure. This one is the second version. It's not sci-fi movie. It's a real time. It is February in Boston, so there's a lot of snow. It's snowy, it's slippery, and uneven terrain. But that robot is working very well. It's a perfect balance. They are doing that kind of thing for 8 months. Look at that. There's a cutting edge stability control. And they are showing how to walk in our environment. And this is show how to make a balance with the disturbance. But somebody feels sympathy of the robots. It's a harassment. It's hurt. How about that? Can you feel the strength of the failure? The robot technology is going faster and faster after the robotics challenges. Especially the failed team, including us, learned a lot of things and then accelerating it. You will see the robot is going around in human society in near future. It's not sci-fi story. That's a real one. So we got to prepare for that kind of things. So somebody will think, do we need a real robot? Why do we have to make that kind of dangerous creature? Well, if somebody asks me, I'm going to say, yep, we need that. Because of this aging society. We are facing the aging society now. This is not an easy story. In the aging society, we're going to suffer from the lack of the labor. Especially the people who are working on 3D jobs, very difficult, dangerous job, are going to be disappear slowly. If so, our society getting unstable. Can you imagine that? In that case, the robot can be a good solution. If we let the robot do 3D jobs, our society will be stable and human being keep progressing. That's the main reason why I'm building a robot. But it's very ideal, beautiful story. Is it possible? Do you think so? In the capitalism? No, I don't think so. I'm afraid not. Think about it. If somebody make a lot of robots, when we need just 100 robots, if some bad guy are making 1,000 robots, we're going to lose our job. Can you control this situation under capitalism? No, I don't think so. So we have to worry about that kind of situation. But the thing is, what we're going to do is focusing on the new jobs, not the disappearing jobs. We adults don't worry about that kind of thing because we're going to retire before the robot comes out. But the thing is, our children, our kids is going to meet the robots when they're going to go outside of the school. So we have to prepare that kind of situation for our kids. That's why I'm saying we gotta focus on the new jobs which our children will have. So many people think the robot is perfect creature, but it's not true. I'm a robot maker, so I know that robot is not perfect. There are a lot of things that robot cannot do. So I want to say these things is only human can do. So the important thing is making a balance of a disappearing job and appearing job. If we make the robot for only 3D jobs, it will be a happy ending story. But under capitalism, it is impossible. The robot will take the highly paid job, which is a good job, because the ROI is high. Return on investment. Think about it. If you are making a robot and you want to let it earn the money, what kind of job are you going to give them? If I were you, I'm going to give them a lawyer job, a doctor's job, and fund manager, things like that. How about you? It's not future story. Google, Apple, Amazon, IBM, they are preparing for legal service, medical service using artificial intelligence. That's a current story. So we gotta focus on the new jobs more and more. Don't think about the disappearing, highly paid job. That's a past. They will be past. We gotta focus on what kind of job will appear and what kind of job will be arising. So we need to think what kind of thing robot cannot do. I don't know exactly. I don't know what kind of job will be arising, but I know the hint because it's on the deficiency. The human beings keep doing same things. We already saw some examples during Industrial Revolution. Let's talk about the agriculture. Industrial Revolution made agriculture, made main job from agriculture to manufacturing. During that time, farming is getting bigger thanks to the invention of pesticides, fertilizer, even GMO food. But the thing is, it was good. people, a lot of people can escape from the starvation. Many people are not hungry anymore, but it was not only good things. There are deficiency. The deficiency was fresh food without pesticides. We call it organic. How do you feel when you see organic food? It's attractive, isn't it? When I go grocery shopping, I always pick up the organic food and put it down after seeing the price. That's a deficiency. We want to buy it. And the people who made the organic food can sell that food with a high price because they felt the deficiency and they made a new industry about organic. Organic is a big industry now. How about car? Thanks to the invention of a car, we can go anywhere. So a lot of vehicles make us comfortable. We don't need to walk and run. But ironically, we felt deficiency. Ironically, when we don't need walk and run, what we do is walking and running. We are paid the money to do this, guys. It's irony, isn't it? We felt the deficiency of the health. We wanna get the health body, good body. Our machines make us comfortable, but also they gave us unhealthy. That's the deficiency. The deficiency and technology, it looks like two sides of the same coin. It come together always. So the new jobs comes from the deficiency. So if you want to see what kind of job is arising, you got to see the opposite side of that technology because it will make deficiency. How about the robots? What's the opposite side of the robot technology? What's the antonym of robots? What is it? I think it's a human. Robot looks like a human being, but it's not human. They act like a human, but it's not human. I cannot feel any humanity from the robot. I'm living with a robot, but I cannot feel any humanity. So I think the people in the future will want to get the humanity from out of the robots. So I guess the humanity will make a new job. I don't know how the humanity is going to be an industry. I don't know exactly. But I know the key word will be humanity because it's the opposite side of the robot industry. So please think about the humanity in the future, especially robots getting closer, and think about it, humanity, what humanity it is, and how humanity can be the industry and new jobs. Thank you.